Hi, Grandma Debbie here. Okay, so once again, the holidays coming up, and sometimes we need those last minute gifts. And you want something simple and quick that you need to make, or I don't really always like to purchase something, and I hate giving gift cards, guys, because to me they're not personal, and so I just don't like to give those out as Christmas gifts. But I do want to make a special gift for friends. And so I'm going to be making peppermint hot cocoa mix and chocolate coffee mix. The chocolate coffee mix was actually a recipe that a good friend of mine gave me probably 30 years ago, maybe even longer than that. And I've made it several times for coworkers. I've bought coffee mugs and made this up and put them in a little gift bag and brought them to them. And it's a wonderful little gift. Of course, so if your friend is not a coffee drinker, then you got the hot cocoa mix to send to them. Everybody likes hot cocoa. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be making those. I'm going to show you how to make the actual mix. And then I'm going to talk you through the cocoa mix, because I actually forgot to purchase milk. I thought we had it, and it expired. And so I'm going, I don't want to run to the grocery store. So I will try it before I give it to her so that I know that it tastes good. But we are going to try the coffee mix together. So we're going to get started, though, on doing this. All right, so let's get going. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is we need to get candy canes into our food processor so that we can mix them up, or crush them up, I should say. Now you can also do this by hand if you want. It's totally up to you. If you don't have a food processor, then by all means do it by hand. And these don't want to come off. And all I'm doing is taking the little plastic things off, the plastic covering. If you don't have candy canes, you can also use those little Peppermint Starlight Mints. And in hindsight, I probably should have got those instead of this. Ouch. Guys, I'm a mess today. All right, so I got a bowl here. I'm going to let's see. So I'm going to move this all the way over here. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to add 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. And I'm not sure if I have a whole cup or not, so I have another box if I don't have a whole cup. And I'm going to make a mess all over the kitchen, because it wouldn't be cooking with me if I didn't. All right, looks like a cup. So we're going to go ahead and sift it. And you're just doing this just to get rid of all the clumps. Okay, now we're going to do 1 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. You can use dark, light, whatever you want to use, regular or dark. This is what I'm using. So we're going to need a cup of it. And I thought I had a spoon. Oh, there it is. And you're going to do the same thing that you did with the powdered sugar. All right, so we're going to dump that in there. Okay. All right, so now we're going to add in the candy cane. Maybe if I can get the lid off. Okay, so we're going to dump these in. And then we're going to add in a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to stir to mix. Now, when you go to cook this, you can, oh my word, did you guys just see that? Oh, I'm making a mess. When you go to serve this, you can either warm up milk on the stovetop, or you can microwave it. It's up to you. You just want hot milk. And then you can serve this with marshmallows or whipped cream or whipped topping of some sort, a peppermint stick on the side, whatever you want. All right, so now all we're going to do is we're going to put this in a bag, and it is ready to give out as a gift. So I'm going to get a bag and clean up my mess. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in a quart bag right now. And then possibly I'll move it into a smaller bag when I go to give it to her. And I wish I had those little, have you seen those little tab things that hold up your bag? I don't have those. Okay, those of you who know me know that this is a precarious thing that I'm doing. It could end horribly or go really well. Okay, it did not go bad. All right, so here's our bag of cocoa mix, peppermint cocoa. All right, so now we're going to get going on to the coffee. And I'm going to clean up this and bring you back. Okay, so now we're going to do the chocolate coffee mix. And you can do this in your blender or in your food processor. This is already out, so this is what I'm using. But it's completely up to you. So we're going to take all of our ingredients. So we're going to start off with 2/3 cup of non-dairy dry milk. Whoa, okay. You're going to spill it all over your kitchen, what I just did. Okay. All right, I'm going to clean this up because I can't stand how much is all over the place, and I will bring you right back. Okay, so I cleaned up my mess. All right, so now we're going to add in a 1/4 cup of instant coffee. Now, usually I use Folgers or Nescafe, or I think that's how you pronounce it, something, but it was quite a bit of money. Well, the Folgers they didn't even have at the grocery store, and the other stuff was quite a bit of money. So instead, I'm using this. I've never tried it. Smells good, so we'll see. But this is, you're doing a 1/4 cup of this coffee. All right, so we're going to add that in there. And then we're going to do a 1/3 cup of just regular granulated sugar. Okay, so we've got that. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of cocoa mix. And I'm just using this. But you use whatever brand you have. All right, so we got that done. And now we're going to put everything together. Maybe. Okay, something's off. Okay, maybe it's this. Ah. All right, I'm going to turn on my kettle because we're going to try this. And as soon as my kettle is hot, we'll try it. Okay, so to serve this, you're going to do 1 tablespoon maybe, if you can get it off of there. So, okay, so you're going to do, I forgot the directions, 1 tablespoon of mix. So I've got a tablespoon of mix. It's going into my coffee cup. Now you can either serve this with a cinnamon stick, or you can just use a dash of cinnamon. I'm just going to do a dash. All right, and I'm going to grab a bag so I can put the rest of the mix in the bag. Now this doesn't make as much mix as the last recipe, so I'm using just a regular sandwich bag to put it in. You can also store this in pretty much whatever container you want to put it in. All right, and now we have our bag of mints. And my kettle is just about done heating up. It's smelling delicious. All right, it's hot. Yeah, you guys, you should smell this. It smells really good. All right. Okay, so last week I made a peppermint cocoa mix, but I didn't have any milk, so I couldn't show you what the finished product looked like. So I'm actually going to show you today. So we're going to warm up some milk. So I've got a cup of milk here, and it's just going to go into a small little saucepan. I'm going to turn it on. Then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon. You can also add 2. It's up to you. And I'm going to do a heaping tablespoon. I think it's 1. Let me look. I'm sorry, it's 2 to 3. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the cocoa mix. And then when milk is hot, I'm going to pour the milk in. And I think it's going to be delicious. I'm going to kind of stir the milk a little bit. And then I am using a candy thermometer to see how hot it is. You want to get it about 160 is what you're wanting, what you're looking for. And we are nowhere near 160. We're not even at 100 yet, but that doesn't surprise me because I just put it on. So, it smells so good. I kind of stir it a little bit so it doesn't scald. And you can also do this in the microwave if you want. It's up to you. Let's check the temperature now. When it comes to milk, I'm always so worried that I'm going to scald it or something. Ooh, that's a little warm. So that's part of the reason why I don't do it in the microwave as well, is because I don't feel like I have as much control over it as I do on the stovetop. Now, if you're going to serve this to children, you could always just do up to 120, 110, a little cooler temperature, just so that they don't burn their mouths. Or you can even just do it lukewarm, as long as you can mix up the mix. All right, looks like we're there. Didn't take very long. All right, so I'm just going to pour it into, I'm going to pour it into my mug. I'm just going to kind of mix it up so it all melts. And then we're going to taste it. Now you could put Cool Whip on top if you want, or whipped topping, or marshmallows. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm just going to drink it as is. All right, let me try it. Okay, it's super hot. It smells really good. I'm just going to have a little tiny sip. It tastes absolutely delicious. You guys really should try this. It is so good. Okay, like I said, give it a try. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a little taste and let you know what I think. Oh, you can really smell the cinnamon that I put in there. It's really good and hot. All right. Well, I just want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey. I hope that you have an amazing day and everything's going great. And I hope that your holidays are going great and wonderful for you, and that you're just enjoying your family and friends whenever you can. All right. I will talk to you soon. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and hit the share button. Bye.